Good evening, Belize. It's Wednesday and you're tuned into News 5. I'm Sabrina Daly, and here's what we're following tonight. Is the government being transparent with your tax dollars? We've learned that 116 office spaces are being rented by the government of Belize. But the Briceño administration won't release the rental agreements. So, are we really getting value for money? Also tonight, disturbing allegations surface as a former ambassador is held in police custody in Benque Viejo, accused of raping a male minor. And in the Belize district, a farmhand faces similar charges involving another young boy. In the courtroom, Jeremy Enriquez scores a major legal win. More than 20 gag orders against him have been lifted by the Court of Appeal. And on a lighter note, young Belizeans living with diabetes are enjoying a summer camp designed just for them. These stories and more are coming your way at the top of the hour. Stay with us. News 5 starts now. Welcome back. Tonight, we're taking a closer look at how your tax dollars are being spent and what the government doesn't want you to see. News 5 filed a Freedom of Information request asking for all active rental contracts the government of Belize has entered into. The Ministry of Public Service responded, but only partially. While they gave us a list of landlords, office locations, and which ministries are renting them, they refused to release the actual contracts. So what are they hiding? Without those contracts, we can't verify if taxpayers are getting value for money. But here's what we do know. The government is currently renting 116 office spaces across the country. Belize City tops the list with 29 rentals, followed closely by Belmopan with 28. Some landlords appear multiple times, raising even more questions.
In a partial response to News 5's Freedom of Information request, the Ministry of Public Service informed us that they are unable to provide a copy of every tenancy agreement or contract that the government of Belize has entered into. We requested this information in the interest of the public to determine whether taxpayers are getting value for money. But the government has refused to provide these contracts, citing Section 30 of the Freedom of Information Act. This section states that a document is exempt if its disclosure would be contrary to the public interest because it would have substantial adverse effects on the national economy. Well, News 5's request for these contracts is in the public interest, but the government's rationale is that releasing copies of these rental contracts would increase rental prices for the ministries and consequently increase the annual budget. In their response, they even quoted former Prime Minister Dean Barrow, a proponent of the Freedom of Information Bill. They quoted Barrow saying, quote, "The ministry can refuse to release those documents because people would have an interest in knowing the location, for example, because land prices in that area will go up. These are the sorts of exceptions that are absolutely well recognized." But when we reached out to the former Prime Minister, he informed us that he was referencing national lands and not rental contracts between the government and private landlords. So we will keep pushing them to get those contracts because it is important to verify if what the government is renting is worth what they're paying. The Ministry of Public Service did, however, honor two of our requests with new information. It provided a list of all landlords it has entered tenancy agreements with, the locations of those buildings, and the government agencies utilizing those buildings. Here's what we observed. Between June 2024 and June 2025, the government of Belize has been paying rent for 116 office spaces. Belize City leads as the municipality with the most government rentals, a total of 29. Belmopan follows closely behind with 28 government rentals. Interestingly, the names of some landlords repeat on the list provided by the Ministry of Public Service. Take, for example, in Belize City, where H.D. Thompson Limited is renting the government 4 spaces, 3 for the Ministry of Health and 1 for Immigration. Dinesh Bojwani shows up twice for rental spaces on Regent Street, while Victor Awe appears 2 times for 3 floors on North Front Street. In Belmopan, the government is renting 3 separate spaces from Fook William Tam, while Guy Vabadi's name shows up twice on the list for rental spaces in that city. Of equal note is the fact that the National Security Directorate is renting property in Belmopan from former Ambassador Alexis Rosado. In Punta Gorda, William Mejia is renting to Labor and Rural Development, while in San Ignacio, Karim Adel, a known ally of Cayo North Representative Michelle Shabat, is renting a property to Human Service Department. And we're just beginning to scratch the surface of the landlords on the list and their properties. Now, when it comes to a breakdown of the ministries and departments with the most tenancy agreements, the Elections and Boundaries Department takes the lead. It occupies 12 rental spaces across the country. The Post Office comes closely behind, occupying 8 rental spaces. The Ministry of Rural Transformation, Community Development, Labor and Local Government rounds up the top 3. But again, are Belizean taxpayers getting bang for their buck? One of the primary ways to determine that is through those tenancy contracts that the Ministry of Public Service, upon the advice of the Attorney General, has declared exempt documents. Reporting for News 5, I am Paul Lopez.
Coming up, ex-ambassador under investigation for rape allegation. More when we return.
This summer, your Wednesdays just got better. Join your Belize City Council for the Midweek Wind Down Series. A new relaxing evening of wine, cheese, live jazz, and spoken word. It's your midweek escape, happening Wednesday, July 30th at City Hall Square on Regent and Albert Streets from 5:30 p.m. to 10 p.m. Bring your friends, sip, connect, and unwind in the heart of downtown Belize City. Want to be a part of the action? Secure your booth space by calling the Public Relations Department at 280-2308, extension 238, or WhatsApp at 637-9055. Let's unwind together. Your Belize City Council. Always vote the people.
The Bliss Center for the Performing Arts presents Summer Spectacular. From Mexico, back in Belize, it's Payasita Raquelin. Bring the entire family for an evening of magic, juggling, and puppetry. Our theater camp participants will proudly lead off the entertainment with a story theater presentation of Wanaragua, based on the children's book by Ingrid and Ibo Cayetano, happening this Friday, July 25th. Showtime is at 6:30 p.m. Ticket prices, adults $15 and children $5. For more information, call telephone number 227-2110. It's a show for the entire family with the kind support of UNICEF.
Classroom in need of a transformation? Benny's B-Box is giving one lucky teacher the ultimate classroom transformation experience. Just fill out the Google Forms on our Facebook and Instagram pages. Be sure to tag and share hashtag Benny's Classroom Makeover. But don't wait, submissions end July 31st, 2025. Visit our social media pages for more info. Don't miss your chance to get back to school ready with Benny's and B-Box.
Oh man, one more stroll and my data is done.
Who said anything about running out? Smart just dropped a more powerful plan that now includes social media data, so you can scroll till your fingers cramp. Busy Visit any smart showroom to sign up today because connectivity just got even better. Smart, bringing people together.
A troubling allegation is making headlines tonight involving a former Belizean ambassador. He's currently in police custody at the Benque Viejo police station as authorities investigate a serious claim that he raped a male minor. News 5 spoke with a relative of the ex-diplomat earlier today, who confirmed that he's expected to appear in court this Thursday in that jurisdiction. Now, while no formal charges have been filed just yet, the nature of the allegation is already raising serious concerns. Details remain limited at this time, but we're closely monitoring the situation and will continue to bring you updates as they unfold. A 21-year-old maintenance worker from Rancho Dolores is behind bars tonight, accused of a horrifying crime. Keon Alex Belial is on remand at the Belize Central Prison after being arraigned earlier today for the rape of a child. Belial appeared unrepresented in the lower court this morning, where a senior magistrate read him a single charge, rape of a child. The allegation is that he sexually assaulted a 5-year-old boy. The alleged incident happened on Monday in a rural part of the Belize district. According to police, Belial, who worked on the child's family farm, took the boy to a pasture and forced him to perform a sexual act. A witness reportedly shouted at the suspect, causing him to flee the scene. The message from the bench was firm. This is an indictable offense, meaning it will be tried at the High Court. No plea was taken, and because of the severity of the charge, bail was denied. Belial has been remanded until September 25th. Police say the investigation is ongoing and the community is understandably shaken. We'll continue to follow this case closely and bring you updates as they become available. On the heels of those two alleged incidents, the National Women's Commission is raising its voice loud and clear tonight, calling for urgent, united action to end the sexual abuse of children in Belize. With over 100 reported cases of unlawful sexual intercourse in just the past year, and experts warning that many more go unreported, the Commission says it's time to confront what they're calling a silent epidemic. Chairperson Cristina Romero says the abuse thrives in secrecy and shame, and it's time to break that silence. The Commission is urging schools, communities, and government leaders to step up with stronger laws, better education, and more support for survivors. The Commission's stance is firm and resonant. Every child deserves to be safe, heard, and protected. Enriquez and his team are celebrating a big legal win. After months of courtroom battles, more than 20 court orders against them have just been thrown out by the Court of Appeal. You might remember back in March, Enriquez tried to stop the 2025 general election, arguing it was unconstitutional. That effort didn't succeed at the High Court, so he took the fight to the Court of Appeal. But things took a dramatic turn during those proceedings. Enriquez claims that during a break, a judge's microphone was accidentally left on, and what he heard shocked him. According to Enriquez, Justice Tawanda Hondora was overheard saying he had already made up his mind to dismiss the case. That led to a formal complaint and a call for an investigation. Instead of an investigation, Enriquez says he was hit with a gag order, one of more than 20 orders he claims were issued by the same judge. But now, the Court of Appeal has wiped those orders off the books. So what's next for Enriquez and his legal crusade? We spoke with him earlier today for an update.
Before hearing all our submissions and arguments, he had made some biased statements, in which we recognized that we had no faith in his judgment. I took that matter, the recording included, and filed a complaint to the Judicial and Legal Services Commission about the conduct of the judge in our case. The Judicial and Legal Services Commission received our complaint, acknowledged receipt of the complaint, but did nothing about it. Nothing definitive to address what we were asking for is an investigation into the misconduct of the judge. And therefore, but that did not happen. Twice we asked the Judicial and Legal Services Commission for even an update. Once after we submitted our first complaint, and still nothing happened. Therefore, we applied to the High Court to ask for the recusal of that judge from any other case that involves us. And even during our complaint to the Judicial and Legal Services Commission, the judge went ahead and issued orders without trial. So we did not even have, without hearing. So he went ahead and made some orders, which included a gag order against my attorney and I, which we challenged in the Court of Appeal, and which we were successful in having the Court of Appeal withdraw that order, and the number of 20 orders that we had against us.
While the dust may have settled on the 2025 general elections, one group isn't ready to move on just yet. Jeremy Enriquez and his associates are gearing up for a legal battle, claiming the election was unconstitutional. Why? Because Belize still hasn't completed a long overdue redistricting exercise. Enriquez argues that without it, the vote violated the country's supreme law. Today we caught up with him for an update on his push to take the matter to court and why he believes this fight is far from over.
The electoral divisions are severely imbalanced, as much as over 60%. For example, in the case of the Stan Creek West, the electoral division is far more, at least almost 5 times more than the smallest one in Belize City. Secondly, 9 of the electoral divisions in Belize City fall way below average, and there are other electoral divisions like in Belmopan, in Belize Rural North. All those areas are way above the mean. The Constitution of Belize mandates that electoral divisions are to be equal or near as equal as possible, with considerations with geographic distribution and all of that. What we have is a persistent imbalance that both political parties have refused to address. This government had promised in their last term of office that they would have rectified this situation, and they didn't. And so that is why we had this court case. During the court case, this government came into office in another, breaking the supreme law of the country, another unconstitutional election that they imposed on the people of Belize, even after they had promised. I want that noted down in the history of this country, that repeatedly both political parties have broken the Constitution, to the silence of many civil society organizations, the Bar Association. That's one. Secondly, all of this effort comes at a cost. So I appeal to the Belizean public. In any way they could support us to meet this cost. The government has its resources, using the people's money to fight the people. So we, from the grassroots level, are appealing for every support we can get in order to see this through, so that we do not again go into another election ever with a government that continues to violate the Constitution and continue to get away with it.
After the break, 3 walk free after 2022 drug and gun bust. But first, here's the latest weather update from the Belize Met Service.
Dengue and Zika alert. Do your part by preventing mosquito breeding. The Ministry of Health reminds the public that as we enter the rainy season, be aware of the dangers of dengue, chikungunya, and Zika. These are infectious diseases that are transmitted by the bite of Aedes aegypti and Aedes albopictus mosquitoes. These mosquitoes are most active in early morning and late afternoon. Activities that should be done to prevent dengue and Zika include: avoid having containers that can collect water in your yard. Cover water storage containers such as drums. Change the water in flower pots every 4 or 5 days. These are ideal breeding sites for the mosquito. With the elimination of breeding sites in and around the yard, dengue and Zika can be avoided. Dengue and Zika begin with sudden onset of high fever. Other signs and symptoms include rash, joint pain, eye pain. The public is also encouraged to use mosquito repellent spray or lotion on the body or clothing. Do your part by preventing mosquito breeding. A health and wellness message from your Ministry of Health.
This is the new era of the Mexican Caribbean. A whole spectrum of colors and hues, multi-dimensional cuisine, holographic beaches. The true new era is within you.
Angela's Press celebrating, please, 140 years. So come on, enjoy all the great deals. Back to school, the best quality for less. From June 16th to August 30th. Enjoy great deals you won't forget. So many years of serving the people of Belize. Yes, that's Angela's Press. As we went back to school, from June 16th to August 30th. Back to school, win cash on every Tuesday. Back to 10% off on every Tuesday. So when them ask, just tell them that we're going back to school. With an office makeover and 1,000 cash. Back to school, scratch and win. Everybody just come in. We're back to school. It's Angela's Press anniversary. Everybody come, enjoy great deals. From June 16th to August 30th. Enjoy great deals. It's Angela's Press 140th anniversary. Come out, come in and enjoy great deals. As we going back to school, from June 16th to August 30th. Back to school, come win cash every Tuesday. We back to school, 10% off on every Tuesday. So when them ask, just tell them that we're going back to school.
Veracidad, imparcialidad.
Este es el término utilizado.
Hemos estado haciendo el trabajo con la organización.
Y tus noticias en español.
Están en aguas beliceñas, entonces esta bandera se queda aquí.
Sintoniza Canal 5 cada viernes a las 7 de la noche.
Tenemos que resolver dos grandes problemas de este país.
Su voz importa, su acción cuenta.
Transfusión sanguínea, elementos que indican un deterioro evidente del estado de salud.
Somos Noticiero 5 Semanal.
Perdió la vida en un heroico intento de proteger a su hermano. El Tribunal de Magistrados de la ciudad de Belice se paralizó. La policía está investigando 2 asesinatos separados.
Tu fuente de información.
Three people, including a woman police officer and a Mexican national, have been cleared of serious charges stemming from a 2022 police raid in Yo Creek, Orange Walk. The bust had led to the discovery of illegal firearms, crack cocaine, ammunition, and a bulletproof vest. Initially, 4 people were charged: Alden Lara, who later pleaded guilty and is now serving time, and 3 others: police officer Stephanie Sima, Joshua Hall, and Mexican national Misael Varea. While Seema and Varea are granted bail after months in jail, Hall absconded. Despite that, his trial continued in his absence. Today, nearly 2 years after the trial began, Chief Magistrate Deborah Rogers ruled there was no case to answer. She found that the prosecution failed to link the accused to the illegal items beyond a reasonable doubt. The court emphasized that simply being present at the scene wasn't enough to prove guilt, especially since Lara had already taken full responsibility for the items. Varea, who had been behind bars since June 2022 due to immigration concerns, was ordered released and escorted to the border. The chief magistrate expressed concern that he is not detained again, noting he had already served time for a prior immigration offense. The case, once described as complex, ultimately fizzled out due to weak evidence and a lack of credible witnesses. All three accused, Seema, Hall, and Varea, are now free. Firefighters in Placencia and San Pedro just got a major boost to their emergency response game. The Ministry of Public Service, Governance and Disaster Risk Management has handed over 2 brand new Honda UTVs to the National Fire Service. And they're already making a difference. These rugged 4x4 utility vehicles are designed to go where traditionally fire trucks can't, especially in beachside communities like Placencia and San Pedro. They'll help firefighters quickly transport portable pumps to water sources and get water flowing to the scene faster than ever before, potentially saving homes, businesses, and lives. The official handover took place in Placencia, where Minister Henry Charles Usher presented one of the UTVs to the local fire station. The second was sent to San Pedro. Community leaders and fire officials say this is a game changer for fire response in hard-to-reach areas. And in a touching moment, local volunteers and government officials were recognized for their ongoing support in keeping these communities safe. Troubling signs are emerging from the New River Lagoon, where scientists say crocodiles are in serious decline and pollution may be to blame. A research team from Rio Bravo has found crocodiles suffering from severe health issues, emaciation, rotting tissue, skin discoloration, and even signs of immune system failure. Blood samples are now being analyzed to trace the impact of pollutants like agricultural runoffs, heavy metals, and banned chemicals such as DDT. Even more alarming, researchers observed a reduction in reproductive organ size in some crocodiles, pointing to possible long-term endocrine disruption. As apex predators, crocodiles are vital indicators of ecosystem health. And scientists are warning, if the crocs are in trouble, the entire watershed could be at risk. We'll have more on this urgent environmental concern coming up. The countdown is on. Less than 2 months to go for the Belize Investment Summit 2025. Hosted every 2 years by the Office of the Prime Minister and the Ministry of Investment, this high-profile event brings together hundreds of investors, entrepreneurs, and business leaders from around the world. This year's theme, Bridging Markets, Building Resilience, is all about creating stronger connections between global and regional investors while helping Belize build a more robust and adaptable economy. We spoke with Lincoln Blake from the Ministry of Investment, who shared how this summit is shaping up to be a major opportunity for Belize to shine on the international stage.
Belize has an objective to become an investment hub for Central America by the year 2030, and it's all within the strategic plans and actions of the National Investment Policy and Strategy. So Belize Investment Summit is one of those actions, and with that we want to attract not only foreign direct investment, but also local investment into the country, and so as to develop and continue growing the economy.
Can you talk about the success that this summit has seen so far? You mentioned that it grew from 300 people to 500 attendees in the latest one.
Yes, well, one of the successes of the investment summit is the networking. That the summit has actually created an environment that where the investors and some of the senior government officials and technocrats would be able to meet with investors so as to make the investments happen. And that has worked well. I mean, from the first investment summit in 2021 to date, we have seen a growth in the amount of investors coming in with interest. And also we have seen the data from the central bank where the foreign direct investment specifically has been growing from since 2021 to date. The small businesses mainly contact us when they especially need to probably engage, especially financiers or other investors that would be able to have some sort of equity investment within their specific projects, especially if they want to grow or expand. And that type of opportunity the investment summit also has given to some of the local investors. But in most cases, a lot of them have also come to the investment summit to garner new ideas, because when they go in there, we have presentations and work, and where they be able to listen to new strategies and also new sectors that offer new opportunities for them to grow.
When we return, building support for juvenile diabetics in Belize.
Appliances that just don't last, appliances that just can't keep up. It's time for a change. GE Appliances delivers reliability, innovation, and performance you can trust. The decision is easy. Don't settle for less. Choose quality, choose reliability, choose GE. Paid for by homeowners who demand better appliances.
Stop wasting your time and money. Come to Publix, where every dollar counts. So why shop anywhere else? Find the freshest fruits and vegetables handpicked for your family. Need something quick and delicious? Our ready-made rotisserie chicken is hot and ready to go. And with Publix Rewards, you'll save big while shopping for everything you love and need. Publix, fresh, affordable, for you.
Serving Belizean families for 27 years.
Oh man, one more stroll and my data is done.
Wait, who said anything about running out? Smart just dropped a more powerful plan that now includes social media data, so you can scroll till your fingers cramp. Visit any Smart showroom to sign up today because connectivity just got even better. Smart, bringing people together.
Orinjua Open Your Eyes Country Tour is heading your way. On Monday, July 28th, join us live from El Gran Mestizo Resort in Orinjua Town as we bring you energy, culture, and the community spirit of Sugar City. Meet local businesses, explore unique flavors, and celebrate the rich traditions that makes Orinjua so vibrant. It's all happening on Open Your Eyes Country Tour. Tune in at 6:30 a.m. on GBM or stream live on our social media platforms. Come on and be a part of the excitement on Monday, July 28th at Orinjua Town, powered by Digi, our national telecom.
It's back and it's bigger than ever. Our health fair is the place to be. Get free health screenings, glucose, blood pressure, weight checks, plus sample medications from amazing partners like the Ministry of Health, St. Gabriel's Clinic, Kidney Association, and free eye screenings by Quartz Optical. Sit with one of our friendly RFNG life agents for an on-the-spot life insurance quote. And guess what? You'll be entered into a raffle to win a one-night stay for two at Hidden Valley Resort. The more booths you visit and participate in, the more chances to win. Want a quote before the fair? Visit us at 31 Guadalupe Street in Cayo or call us for more information. Don't miss out. Your health, your life, your future starts here.
Unwrap the joy of crystal clear picture and sound from Iowa, the brand that offers you affordability and exceptional quality. Iowa has a wide range of exceptional products to choose from, such as TVs, speakers, headphones, home appliances, and much more at affordable prices that won't break the bank. Enhance your audio-visual entertainment experience with Iowa, and for your convenience, parts are readily available in country for hassle-free maintenance. You can find Iowa products at your local electronics store countrywide. Choose Iowa, the best in home entertainment and household appliances.
You pay the bill?
Ma, I got it. You want it?
So you could pay the bill now?
Yeah, I can show you.
Ah.
See? Easy.
Vote for your favorite KTV contestant by texting the number of votes followed by a space, then your contestant's number, and send it to Smart Code 585. Here are this week's contestants.
I'm here without you, baby, but you're still with me in my dreams. I don't wanna fall asleep over me, and I don't wanna miss a day. Oh, yeah. I say, hey, what's going on? And there are bombs and there are guns in your head, they are dying. Never know this one. That was when just because it burns doesn't mean you're gonna die. You gotta get up and try and try and try. I found a reason for me to change who I used to be. I'm becoming this. All I want to do is be more like me and be less like you.
Remember, voting ends on Sunday at midnight, and don't forget to tune in every Tuesday at 8 p.m. only on Great Jubilees Media.
School may be out, but for a group of young Belizeans, the learning hasn't stopped just yet. About 20 children from across the country are in Belize City this week, taking part in a special camp. But this isn't your typical summer program. It's a juvenile diabetic support camp hosted annually by the Belize Diabetes Association. They are empowering kids and their parents with the tools, knowledge, and support they need to manage diabetes and live healthier lives. News 5's Brittany Gordon has more on this inspiring initiative.
You've heard it before. Non-communicable diseases like diabetes are one of the leading causes of death in the region. It's a concerning issue that countries like Belize have been grappling with for years. And it's not just older members of the population that are fighting these diagnoses. Many children across Belize are diagnosed with type 1 diabetes, and it's something that they must manage for the rest of their lives. 17-year-old Aidan Awe says he was diagnosed at just 4 years old after his mom suspected something was happening to her son.
She noticed the signs and she knew that something was off, so she went to take me to the hospital, and when they tested me and did whatever, they diagnosed me with diabetes. So that since then, she put me in this organization, and since then, that's when the journey started.
For children and teenagers like Aidan, managing their diabetes can be a terrifying and overwhelming ordeal. Fortunately,
they're not alone on their journey. Every year, the Belize Diabetes Association hosts a 3-day summer camp where juvenile diabetics and their parents can learn more about the crucial resources available. Health educator Tylan Tillett from the Belize Diabetes Association says this camp is about building friendships, learning together, and giving these kids the confidence to take control of their health.
Part of being a diabetic is testing regularly, daily, sometimes twice daily. And testing supplies and is very expensive and oftentimes hard to come by. So by being a member of the association, our membership gets access to these machines, the strips. You get access to education pamphlets, education sessions monthly. Like I said, to become a better diabetic, we try to network with international diabetes foundations to provide the latest cutting edge. And also, a big part of the management is taking medications, insulin, and so forth, and all of these benefits are received by the membership. And so this camp is one of the benefits to our membership.
The camp is sponsored by the Belize Diabetes, Heart and Stroke Association of New York, which has provided resources such as meals, transportation, and t-shirts since 2012. This year, however, the camp's entire budget was supported by the association. Ava Tucker, a member of the association, explains why camps like this are vital to diabetes support.
I'm not a diabetic, but I'm an educator. And I see how this transitions to the school system, where kids come in lethargic, adults are, I feel dizzy, and you don't think that it goes beyond just being, they had hangover, or the kid is just lazy, too much TikTok, whatever, right? They're ill. So it's important for us to come on board, especially with the education part of it. But we are, the diaspora and our association is hoping to see a domino effect, where how else beyond this camp, the education that they're projecting here and the information that they're giving, how can this be projected on our community at large?
The camp welcomes both children and their parents to participate. This ensures that both parties will be informed of the best treatment and management methods for a healthy life.
It's juvenile diabetes, and so it's children that are going through this condition, and the child cannot treat themselves, so it is important that the parent is there as a support system for the nutrition of that child, the daily monitoring of the child to see how they are interacting with the world while going through this affliction.
The camp hosted a range of participants from as young as 4 to 17 years old. Aidan shares how helpful this camp has been as he navigates the transition into adulthood and becomes responsible for managing his diabetes on his own.
When I was younger, she used to take care of me, but now since I'm older, I have to take up the responsibility myself, and it's hard to be disciplined in checking the sugar every day, getting the insulin and stuff. When I was small, my mom had to do that for me, but I'm getting older now and I can't depend on her every day to do these things for me, so yeah.
So do you find a camp like this useful, especially given that you have to keep up those responsibilities on your own?
Yeah, because they do, they give us supplies, and that has really helped me, and also they give us advice as well on how to maintain this disease. So yeah, and it's good to know that there's actually people that I can relate to, and then to just think that I'm the only one with myself in this situation.
The Belize Diabetes Association and its partners are dedicated to ensuring every Belizean, whether young or old, has the support system and the resources they need to not only manage their disease, but thrive despite it. Brittany Gordon for News 5.
Up next, YMCA and YWCA power up summer for Belize City kids.
Vote for your favorite KTV contestant by texting the number of votes followed by a space, then your contestant's number, and send it to smart code 585. Here are this week's contestants.
I'm here without you, baby, but you're still with me in my dreams. I don't wanna fall asleep, oh, I miss you, baby, and I don't wanna miss you, baby. Oh, yeah, yeah. I say, hey, what's going on? And there are bombs and there are guns in your head, in your head. They are dying. Never alone this way. That was when just because it burns doesn't mean you're gonna die. You gotta get up and try and try and try. I found a reason for me to change who I used to be. I'm becoming this. All I want to do is be more like me and be less like you.
Remember, voting ends on Sunday at midnight. And don't forget to tune in every Tuesday at 8 p.m. only on Greater Belize Media.
Oh man, one more scroll and my data is done.
Wait, who said anything about running out? Smart just dropped a more powerful plan that now includes social media data, so you can scroll till your fingers cramp. Visit any Smart showroom to sign up today because connectivity just got even better. Smart, bringing people together.
Hi there. Are you on your phone right now, scrolling on social media, listening to the radio, or watching TV? Have you ever stopped to think, what's powering my device right now? You see, electricity is essential for everyday life, powering our homes, businesses, transportation, and of course, that one binge-worthy series that you just can't stop watching. But how does it all work? This season on the What's and Why's of Energy, we're taking you behind the scenes, bringing you the latest updates and answers to your biggest energy questions. My name is Emmanuel Petch, and I invite you to join us as we go live on Facebook and get ready to see energy in a whole new light. Like, share, and follow us to be part of the conversation.
Belize Electricity Limited, providing you safe and reliable power when you need it.
Summer's in full swing, and while some kids are soaking up the sun, others are diving into something even more exciting, learning new skills and building lifelong friendships. Two of Belize City's most trusted community organizations, the YMCA and YWCA, are making sure this summer is one to remember. From coding and cooking to swimming and sewing, their camps are giving dozens of children a chance to grow, explore, and shine. Rooted in different neighborhoods, but united by a shared mission, both groups are opening doors and shaping futures. News 5's Tanya Arceo visited the camps to see how these programs are inspiring Belize's next generation of leaders.
At the YMCA Belize, summer is in full swing and it's buzzing with energy, laughter, and learning. Executive Director Clara Cuellar shared the excitement behind this year's expanded summer program. Thanks to the support from government ministries and private sponsors, the YMCA has packed a whole lot of fun and learning into one location. From basketball and volleyball to coding and more, kids between the ages of 7 and 12 are rotating through each activity, picking up new skills and making new friends along the way. But as Cuellar puts it, this camp is about nurturing the mind, body, and spirit.
This year YMCA is having a wonderful celebration and rejoicing because for many years we've had to do programs all over the city. We've done it at different high schools on the north side, different swimming pools, and with the help of government we were able to fill all our property that's here. So we are extremely grateful and we can bring the program all to one place.
16-year-old Casey Salam is already giving back, teaching kids how to code using Scratch, a fun beginner-friendly platform with colorful blocks and animated characters. These young learners are building games and stories while picking up real programming skills. It's all about empowering the next generation, one drag and drop at a time.
I'm making a game that is fun and entertaining for both older and younger people, and it helps you in a little way with anxiety.
I was working on a story, but right now I'm trying to load up this game for you guys.
Just a few blocks away, the YWCA is buzzing with hands-on action, sewing machines, crochet hooks, and the smell of home-cooked meals. Their summer camp is all about teaching kids practical life skills. Program coordinator Lisa Griffith, who usually trains adults, says the summer is about giving kids a space to learn, create, and grow.
They have been learning to cook. They know all the ingredients that goes in. They might not be able to actually get to the stove and do it, but they know the ingredients, they know the preparation.
They are here, they are learning, and whatever they make in class, they take it home. So it's an experience for them because they have been doing this we're on the third week now, and so some of them come with their experiences in the sense that they go home, they practice with their parents.
Whether it's shooting hoops and coding at the YMCA or learning to cook, swim, and sew at the WCA, one thing is certain: this summer, kids across Belize City are being given the chance to grow, create, and connect. Tanya Arceo, News 5.
And that's the news. Tonight's broadcast is available at greaterbelize.com, on our Facebook, and on YouTube. I'm Sabrina Daly. Thanks for joining us, and from all of us here at News 5, good night.